What's up, everybody? This is Ramsey from Any Day DJ.
And this is Caleb with Salt and Light Visuals. And this is We Are Wed Talks.
We Are Wed Talks is a casual conversation with past and current wedding vendors to educate and inspire today and tomorrow's talent.
We are so stoked to have you hanging out with us today. So let's wed talk. What's up, everybody? We just wanted to give a quick shout out to one of our sponsors, Live Oak Plantation.
The ultimate venue for weddings, gorgeous receptions, and leisurely day of preparation for the entire wedding party, all in a one convenient location, reducing cost, planning, and stress. They are amazing staff, and they have been so gracious to us to actually allow us to do our podcast here. So we just want to say thank you, Live Oak Plantation. You can find them at
liveoakplantation.com.
Located at 7874 Beulah Road, Pensacola, Florida. What's up, everybody? This is We Are Wed Talks with your host, Ramsey Coates.
And Caleb Cummings.
And today we have Lindsay Cooey. How are you doing, Lindsay?
I'm good. How are you guys doing?
I'm doing
good.
That's how you say your last name, right?
Cooey.
Yep. Okay. I know. I was just joking again.
Ramsey just learned the English language.
Oh. Well, congratulations.
Thank you. Is it inexcusable or unexcusable?
I'm still not sure.
Me neither. All right. So We Are Wed Talks, just to let you know, is a casual conversation about weddings, wedding industry, wedding vendors, brides, grooms, how you do your business, why you do your business, why brides chose certain people, do's and don'ts. So that's what We Are Wed Talks is about. Just casual conversation about weddings to give brides, grooms, vendors insight, This is I feel like this is such a shrouded world. Nobody really knows what goes on behind the scenes. So, Lindsay, why don't you tell us about yourself?
Well, I'm Lindsay. I started my business 2 years ago, and I'm a mom, and I started off in the floral industry, designing flower arrangements. And then I went into the service industry, and I would bartend weddings. And then from that, it led to serving at weddings and then designing flowers at weddings. And it kind of just got me into it. I got hooked.
So you're a wedding planner.
I'm a wedding planner, yes.
Okay, so you did every step along the wedding way, and you're like, oh, I got this. I should
totally do this.
I should do this.
Okay, cool.
So can you tell people what is Lindsay Cooey Weddings? Like, explain to them what all you do.
Well, I offer full service planning, and then my most common package is month of coordinating. Me and my assistant, Jen, we kind of take it the month ahead of time. We get your vendor contact, and we just go from there. We handle all the loose ends and make sure that your day goes pretty smoothly.
What is day of coordinating?
I show up and I make sure everything, your centerpieces, everybody's doing what they need to be doing when they need to be doing it. I coordinate the ceremony to make sure your wedding party is doing what they need to do, and then I make sure it's all broke down so they don't have anything to worry about.
And then beforehand, you're setting up a day of schedule for them and all the vendors, correct?
I create their timeline and make sure everybody's on the same page.
So from personal experience, having a wedding planner is one of the best investments you'll make for your wedding day, because you have a wedding planner who creates this day of schedule, so everyone's on the same page, right? Almost like a team leader, if you will, for the day. Because coming into weddings, we're all a team. We're all working together. So you have someone like this who comes in. They have this day of schedule for you, and it helps keep everybody on track. It keeps the bride and groom stress-free, because any questions that come up go straight to the wedding planner.
Yes, because I've met with the bride and groom. I know what they want. I know what their vision is. So I can answer any questions that guests or other vendors may have so that they can enjoy their day.
From my going on 10 years of experience in the wedding industry, I highly, highly, highly recommend having a wedding planner, whether it's full on, whether it's month of, whether it's day of, because you ladies and gentlemen, gender neutral, you take the pressure off of the bride.
Yes.
Because the bride, they have their life. They're either working, they're either in school, they're either working and in school. they may have a child. So they may be working in school, have a child, and then planning a wedding. So you're adding a fourth job for like a year. Why not alleviate that stress by hiring a professional wedding planner to take care of all that stuff so you don't have to worry about it? Or when things go wrong, you can yell at them and be like, I want this.
Yeah. Well, I've never had a bride yell at me, but
I'm just kidding.
I just always throw that in.
I'll say too, like, oh, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. So
yeah, I mean, you kind of did. I was rolling along. This is awkward now.
Stop making it.
Just joking. No, when I say yell, I mean like, you know, brides go through a lot of things with their family, and they can be like, "Oh my God, my mom, I want this, but she wants that. Can you help us out, Lindsay?" Blah 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 blah. That's what I mean by a sounding board,
right? Yeah. And it allows the mother of the bride to be the mother of the bride. They're not working all day, making sure they're pleasing their child, with the biggest event of their life, probably.
True.
And I feel like that's so key to kind of back to, like I said, like having a wedding planner or coordinator for the day of, like weddings that we've shot or that I've shot. I'm pretty sure Ramsey would say the same thing, that don't have wedding planners. It's mass chaos. I feel like nobody knows what's going on. Everything's super behind. The bride and groom are just completely stressed. You know, sometimes you have the mom who's like, come on, we gotta get this done. And then it's like the mom's really not able to enjoy it. So when you have the wedding planner, I feel like everything is under control. If you have a good wedding planner, it's under control. Everyone knows where they're supposed to be, and everybody's able to get everything they need. And kind of like I said, kind of helps bring the team together.
I don't see how you say I want to have a wedding and it be a big wedding or a $20,000 wedding, which is still big, or a $10,000 wedding, and you don't have a wedding planner. Like, it just doesn't make sense. No. You don't say, hey, I want to go fix my teeth. I'm going to do it without the dentist. No. I mean, or, you know, I'm going to go, you know, do some massive yard work on a 50,000 square foot space and just do it by yourself. No, you're going to hire a professional. Weddings, wedding planner. It's like hamburger, beef.
Well, and it's nice when you hire a wedding.
Bun beef. That's what I mean. We like to have fun here too.
You're good. But a lot of brides, a lot of people in general aren't familiar with wedding vendors. So it alleviates them from the stress of having to do the research to find somebody that matches their personality and their style and their vision and their budget. And
that's a good point, because whenever, like, you know, us in the wedding industry, we do this every weekend, every day. So we know the ins, the outs, the people to go to. Brides coming in, they don't. So when they hire someone like you, they get that knowledge along with it. Like, hey, I know, you know, all these people. Let's talk about your vision, because I've worked with you on several weddings, and you'll tell me like, hey, this is kind of what they're going for, and you know, I'll be like, oh, that doesn't fit my style. This is whose style it made. Right. And so I feel like that's a really key thing. Like, you're able to match. You're a matchmaker.
I'm a matchmaker.
Boom.
Match.com. Visit Lindsay.
Well,
we're not giving them a shout out. We're not. This is not advertising for Match.com. I just said it too. So anyway. So also too, you help with the vendors with the budget, because you said vision. There's also a vendor budget, so they can be like, hey, this is my budget, but I want so and so. You're like, oh, you can't do that. You
well, but they can if we go down, like say that they have to have Ramsey and their budget is under what you cost. We could go down on their photographer budget or their catering budget. You just kind of have to put all the puzzle pieces
together to get
where they go
to get the Ramsey. So basically, we're going to dwindle your budget down for everything else.
So you can have the party.
So you can have me. There you go.
Or him.
I feel left out, guys.
I said
man.
But mainly me.
What was I going to say? What is the process from beginning till the end of a bride finding you, getting in touch with you, to book you, meetings, all that kind of stuff?
Okay, so it depends on what they're needing, but most of the time it's either through Facebook or my website.
Okay. And
they contact me and I'll set up a phone consultation just to kind of get a feel for who they are, what they want, and then we go from there. It's every wedding is different. every bride wants something different.
Mhm.
So I do a phone consultation, and then if it's something that I feel like we'll move forward with, we'll meet in person, we'll go over everything, get a contract in place, and then we will start planning. And so normally I have them set their guest list first, so we know how many people and their budget. So we know what type of space they need
Okay.
and how much money they want to spend.
See, I never knew this. Like, let's plan from the outside and work it in.
Mhm.
I get it. Okay. What is some tips, advice you can give? I'm struggling right now.
What tips would you give to the bride, like new brides?
To new brides, I would have them come up with a guest list and make it A list, a B list, and a C list.
Okay.
So that, the A list obviously is people who absolutely have to be there. You can't imagine your day without them. Your B list is the people who you really want to be there. And then the C list is people you want to be there, but it's not necessary because your guest list will grow.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
You start and it will grow, and then it might not fit within your budget. So you start with an A, B, and C.
Gotcha.
So what's your why? Why did you decide you could do anything in this world? You decided I'm going to become a wedding planner.
Thank you.
I love love. And I love planning, and I just love events, and I love creating relationships with people that I generally wouldn't run across or, befriend, because our lives are totally different, and I just love the relationships I create. And
you definitely get to create like unique relationships, and you get to be with people on like the happiest times of their life. You know what I mean? You get to be there and be a part of this big day. I know for me, so I'm going to ask you a question. What's the most emotional part of the day for you?
The father-daughter dance.
Oh my gosh, it crushes me every time. It crushes me. Like, I'm like sitting here holding my gimbal usually. I'm like behind the camera and I'm just like, don't cry.
This past one, though, was the mother-son dance. I was standing by Ramsey. I was like, oh gosh.
Oh yeah.
I just want to touch back on something. I love the fact that you said you love love, and that love goes into the relationships. That love goes into your work. That love goes into your design. So great.
Yes.
That's an awesome why.
Yes. I love love. It's the best.
I feel like I say the same thing usually. Like, I love love and like telling love stories. It's like it's one of the best careers, I think. You know what I mean? It's like you get to be around people who are happy all the time. Like I said, it's the biggest day of their life. You know what I mean? Like, I know we're all married here and we all think back to our day and like how like awesome it was and like the people who made it happen. And I think that's one of the cool things about this podcast is people get to see how it happens and the people who make it happen, because on a wedding day, you're enjoying the day. You're not seeing all the moving parts. You're not seeing all the planning that goes into it. You're not seeing all the work that Ramsey does by just destroying those boards.
Boards? You mean like karate boards?
Yeah, dude, your karate boards.
You mean decks?
Decks. Boards. We're gonna call them boards, bro. Surfboards, dude.
You can build a deck with boards.
You could, dude.
Okay, we're getting off track.
We're gone, dude. We lost
this is
it.
Turn into a construction podcast.
You don't want that. I can't. No.
I'm still trying to learn DJ lingo, so
it's okay. I'll teach you.
Thank you.
I'm learning some
English.
Yes.
I'll teach you.
So we have fun on We Are Wed Talks. So, this is part of the casual conversation. There was a door.
There it was.
I think somebody just went in another room. Sorry, this is our first time shooting at Live Oak Plantation, which we want to give a shout out to. So we're learning the ins and outs of the bridal suite. So
if you're a new bride and you have not come to Live Oak yet, you need to come check it out. This is one of the best venues in Pensacola, and it definitely has like a variety. Whether you want to get married inside, outside, it just has, in my opinion, it is the venue of Pensacola.
It is truly that. What was I getting ready to say? When did you start?
When did I officially started in 2017.
Okay.
The very beginning of 2017. I'm trying to think about it.
Okay. All right. Cool. So I'm the old guy here in the wedding industry. Thanks, guys. I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
No.
Not the wise guy.
These gray hairs mean wise. Wisdom. So where can brides find you?
I have a Facebook page, Lindsay Cooey Weddings, and then I also have a website, just lindsaycooeyweddings.com.
Okay.
And we got 3 questions for you.
Okay.
So, question number 1, what is some advice that you would give to someone who's looking to get into the wedding industry? Something you wish you would have known whenever you started.
They should network. They should talk to everybody that they can and be friendly. Be super friendly.
True. If you're a hateful person, this is not the business for you.
No.
It's definitely not. Yeah.
Go corporate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'll fit in a corporate.
Mhm.
This industry's about love.
Yeah. But network a lot. Talk to everybody that you can. Attend events and get just any way to get your name out there.
Question 2, tips.
Yeah, all right. Touch
It
on
is.
tips
Yeah, we
for
did.
brides.
But I'm gonna go. We did tips for brides. What are some tips for mothers of the brides?
It's a good one, dude.
To listen to your daughters. I know it's a big day for the mothers of the brides too, which I'm a mom, so I get it. Listen to your daughters.
Hold on. You get it. Are you gonna be controlling?
Oh, I'm planning your wedding. The whole
This
thing.
is
I've
gonna
already
be
had.
Mom Zilla.
She's
Mom
7.
Zilla.
Okay, she's 7. Okay, so she has no input. You're done.
Done.
What's your daughter's name?
Lola.
Lola, you're done. Don't even think about planning your wedding. It's already done. Okay.
Completely done.
But okay, so
So listen to your daughters, but I also think it's good for daughters to take into consideration how their mothers are feeling, what their mothers have been dreaming about since who knows how long.
birth.
Right. So, I mean, but don't fight over small stuff, the color of the napkin or, things that at the end don't matter. Just get along and enjoy the planning experience so that you can enjoy the day.
Boom.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Crushed it.
Yes.
Is that good?
Yes.
Yeah, that was good.
Well, we have a third question. What's the third?
Third question. What is the third question, dude? You got a third question.
You know what? I don't have the third question. We are Wed Talks, okay? This is how it goes down. This is our second episode recording together, so we're still working out the nooks and crannies.
You're good.
Is that how you say it?
No,
I just-
I don't think that's the right.
I just learned English yesterday.
You just learned English yesterday, so.
The kinks.
Forgive.
You're working out the kinks.
Yes!
Not the nooks and crannies.
No. No. No.
People are, what is this dude talking about?
And stop on the podcast. All right, so we found out how to get in touch with you. I think that's pretty much it for right now. We're definitely going to have you back. So
Yeah, because I want to talk about.
Why don't you mention that real quick?
yes.
Um,
Yes.
This is something that I found out, I think on our first wedding that we did together that Lindsay did, and it was so awesome, but Lindsay will not tell anybody about this because she doesn't want to seem like she's bragging about it, and she's super humble about it, but this is one of the coolest things I think that someone in the wedding industry
Well,
can
it's
do.
not about me. It's the brides and the grooms and the, parents of the couple is actually who do this. But I give all of my couples the opportunity after their wedding, after the guests leave, I will actually, if they want to, I will take the food with me and I donate it I work with Mike Kimbrell at the Satoshi Forest, and he distributes it to people who are hungry, and I give him, freedom to feed whoever he sees needs it the most that day. Because I thought about it and I was like, there's so much food. I have a big heart for the homeless. So there's a lot of food. There's a lot of cake. When's the last time somebody who doesn't have a house has had wedding cake or prime rib or,
Wow. Wow.
even something, chicken marsala, just a warm meal for the day. So that's something that we do, and it's not mandatory, but I do give all my couples
The option.
the option to do
So
that.
awesome.
So how do the homeless? Do y'all take it to the homeless, or do
Mike will come to my house. Actually, I have a refrigerator in my garage that is out there just for this reason. And I'll put all the food away, and he'll come over that Sunday or Monday or whatever day it is, and he picks it up, and he does. He kind of runs the Satoshi Forest, which is a homeless camp, and then he also works at the Washburn Center, which is a homeless shelter, and that it depends on if it's 5 meals or if it's 100 meals. He'll take it to where the most people can be fed.
Oh, that's really awesome.
Isn't it epic? Just makes my heart nice and warm.
So if y'all want to do it, caterers, other planners, like there's a lot of hungry people in Pensacola.
And at weddings, there's a lot of leftover food and cake.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the last time I talked to Mike, I think there's 1,000 homeless people in Pensacola on any given night.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Kids, moms,
Wow.
dads, veterans, all kinds of people. Gets me right there.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to bring it in right here. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are Wed Talks. Ramsey Coates.
Caleb Cummings.
And I'm Lindsay Cooey.
Of?
Lindsay Cooey Weddings.
We'll be back. Once again, thank you, Live Oak Plantation.
Big shout out.
Later, guys.
Later.
Hello. We just want to give a big shout out to one of our sponsors, Keyside Visuals. Keyside Visuals for any of your video content creation needs. Check out Keyside Visuals at keysidevisuals.com. Hey. This is Ramsey.
And this is Caleb.
Caleb, why you look so worried over there?
Because you were looking kind of worried.
You know why I'm worried? Because I want to make sure if they're enjoying this podcast that they go rate and review. And I want them to go rate and review us. Please rate and review us. I'm going to say it again. Rate and review us. Give us those 5 stars. That's why I look worried.
Where can they rate and review us at?
On Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, any place that our podcast is at, they can rate and review us.
Even on YouTube.
Even on YouTube.
I bet a lot of people don't know that we are on video on YouTube.
Oh, you better check it out. We are Wed Talks on the YouTube. Can we get some of that YouTube love?
Yeah.
Okay.
We need it.
So rate and review us. Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, any place where we are Wed Talks, and on YouTube. And I will not have this worried look on my face.
Boom. Thank you so much for joining us this week on We Are Wed Talks.